I really need prayer. I do. Like, I don't know who I think I am, walking around this life just telling people how it is all the time, like as if I need to stop. I need to learn, like, to not always do that. And I do it all the time with strangers. I mean, it's bad. It's not good.
Are you like the lady that goes to the grocery store and tells people to put shoes on their babies?
Basically.
Oh, no.
I've never done that, but I mean,
okay.
But I'm sure I would if I thought it. Whatever I think everyone has I think everyone should know what I think. I don't know. I'm a blurter. I blurt. It's usually out of anxiety, but still, I need to realize and learn that not every thought that comes into my head needs to be spoken.
Mm-hmm.
I am so bad with self-control. But I need to pray about that because I'm not going to provide that self-control. I need it from the Lord.
Totes.
Dude, I'm so bad.
You know, I think that it could be an attribute. Like you can flip it and like have it be a good.
Why can't I speak life into people? Why do I have to just keep like.
Exactly. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. It's terrible. I'm awful.
Be affirming.
I know.
So when you lived in California, you lived there for like 4 years.
Yeah, it was thereabouts. It could have been a little under. Could have been.
Yeah, but I mean, that's fine. How did it transpire that they finally got you?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did they get me?
Yeah, he turned me in. My boyfriend. My boyfriend. So yeah, there was one morning that we had made plans with a neighbor who was getting all kinds of drugs, and she wanted us to come down and party with her. So we had his mother take our son so we could go and party for the day. Unbeknownst to me, he came down, but then he left. And when he left, I should have known, because nobody ever walks out on drugs.
Right.
And he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, free drugs. And there was still a bunch there, and they were all in on it. The friend, the mother, and him. And I just thought, this is great. Oh, I get to party all morning. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like smoking crack, you know?
Yeah.
Got totally wasted, went back up to our house, and he was sitting on the couch, and he was acting all funny, and I just still didn't get it. I didn't know what was going on, and I started like yelling at him because whatever we had for drugs, he like took. And I'm like, where's my stuff? Where's my, you know? And he's just ignoring me. And then I go into the bathroom because I finally find it. I mean, like, I didn't have enough already. I had already done pills, crack, shooting, and now I'm going to shoot some more. And all of a sudden there's only one knock that sounds like that. Only one. And I knew. And I was like, you're going to have to wait. That's what I said to them. You're going to have to wait. I'm finishing my drugs.
I was going to say, did you finish?
Oh, yeah. I shot up so much because I knew where I was going. And I was like, oh, no, I'm doing it all. And I did it all. And then they took me. And at first I tried to deny who I was. And he was like, I already know. We got a phone call. And I'm like, and he's like, my boyfriend's like, don't worry, I'm going to call the lawyer, as if we have a lawyer. I'm going to call the lawyer. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I love you. I love you. I get into the car and I'm crying. And the cop goes, I just want to tell you something. Your boyfriend's the one that turned you in. He's like, don't listen to anything he says. He's not calling you a lawyer. He called and turned you in. I mean, In hindsight, I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that. I'm so glad that he was the weasel that he was, the spineless, jerk. But
But yeah, because had that not all transpired, you
I would
might
have
still
been
be
dead.
living in that lifestyle still.
Oh, I would have been dead. My addiction was getting so bad. When I tell you what I was consuming, I should have been long dead. I was such a disgusting addict. It was terrible. The consumption of drugs I was alone just on opiates. I was spending $500 a day just for myself.
So they pick you up, they take you down, they book you.
Yep. I was in.
Which photo is that one? Is that the one where you're really skinny? You don't have that one?
I actually don't have any from that.
Mm.
That was in California. That was in Rancho Cucamonga. And I've never been able to get the mug shot from that. I've tried. I just have never been able to. It's not that easy. You would think it'd be so easy to get a mug shot, but it's not.
Yeah.
I was only there for a month because they had to come and get me from Rhode Island to extradite me, which was the happiest day in my life. That prison was so awful. You're locked in a cell 23 hours out of the day, and then you're let out to, only have meals, and you're let out for a shower. And sometimes you're allowed to go, it was like once a week, you were allowed to go into the rec, like the yard, but it wasn't outside. It was like this fenced in, like sunroom kind of a thing. It wasn't outside. It had some fresh air, but it wasn't really outside.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. I was detoxing. I was in so much pain. I was in agony. My back, my bones, my legs, everything was just.
Did they give you anything in prison? No.
If I had been there long enough, maybe they would have gotten my methadone records and helped me. But because the system is like so overflowing, is so inundated with people, that the last thing they care about is me getting my methadone dose,
Right.
So no, I mean, it was terrible. I was puking all the time. I was going to the bathroom all the time. It was so awful, but it was mostly awful because all of that was done in public. Everybody could see what I was doing. Everybody could see my, my detox. And it was so embarrassing to me,
Yeah.
And I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any commissary. I didn't have anything to even bargain with.
There was nobody out there for
nothing.
you.
People were pretty decent to me, though. I have to. I mean, I know that there were some people that really had a heart for me for whatever reason. They gave me like some snacks sometimes.
It might have just been because they had been in your shoes either.
I absolutely believe that's exactly why. There's something that goes on between addicts. There's a level of respect that you probably wouldn't really expect.
Well, don't you think that's even just human nature sometimes? I mean, when you're struggling, you have a heart for those that struggle.
If you know struggle, yes. If you understand struggle, yes. But I would say no.
A lot of addicts obviously have been through struggles. I mean, I haven't met an addict yet that's like, oh, my life is all sunshine and rainbows all the time, and I guess there would be some out there. I should never say never, but even like in my mind, like the rich and famous addict, who doesn't want for anything, there's still struggles going on there.
I mean, there's a line that gets crossed at a certain point in time, but obviously, you would think to a certain point in time that you are having fun, that it is great, that it is all roses and sunshine, and I'm on top
in the midst of it, 100%.
Yeah.
I want to hear what your trip was like so they come and get you.
Yes.
from in California. And you're actually kind of glad because you're leaving this awful spot and you're going back home.
So glad.
And
yep.
So what is the trip like? Because you're driving, right? You're like they fly you?
They fly me.
Okay. Let me tell you this really quick. One time when we were flying from Alaska to California or Florida, I don't remember when. So we were flying and this guy gets on in like shackles. Like he's like, and I'm like, babe, we are not getting on the airplane with that guy.
What do you think that guy's gonna do?
That's exactly what he said. He was like, you're being ridiculous. What's he gonna do? They're just taking him. But I'm like, that was so judgmental of me.
It's the most humiliating thing I think I've ever gone through.
He was probably freaking humiliated.
I would have to say yes.
I think a lot of people come up to Alaska because they're running from the law, though.
I bet you're right.
They think that they can come
I
up.
would say the same is true for California, too.
Really? Because there's so many people.
You're right near Mexico. I mean, you're right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're getting, what is it like when they come and get you? They put you on an airplane.
Okay. Well, first of all, they had 30 days to come and get me. If they didn't come and get me on day 31, they would have to let me go.
No way.
Day 30, they came. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon, whatever. Yeah, it was 2 sheriffs from Rhode Island. They came and got me.
What a job that is.
Yeah.
We got 1 day left. You need to go get this girl.
They did. And so we went to the airport right away. They took me to California Pizza Kitchen.
They did?
Yeah, they get allotted money for the prisoner because they have to feed me.
They were probably like giving you a little bit of niceties so that you would be nice, maybe.
And you know what? Honestly, I don't remember I don't think I went to a hotel. I honestly don't remember. I was so out of it still. A month later, I was still so out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if we went to a hotel or not. But anyway.
You probably just got on the plane and went.
Maybe.
I mean, you obviously went and ate.
I went and ate.
Was the California Pizza Kitchen maybe just in the airport? Or do you think
it was in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And I had full leg braces locked.
You did?
Yeah, leg irons. I had shackles with the leg irons. I had complete this to that waist. I mean, I was a fugitive from justice. It was like serious.
And they took you to California Pizza Kitchen like that?
Like that. Yeah. And I was like, can I please? And they were like, we can't. Sorry. Especially there. I mean, I was from there, you know? Wouldn't have been that hard for me to take off.
Yeah.
Then we get on the plane, nothing ever got removed, ever. And it was, they loaded me up when the plane.
What if you had to go to the bathroom?
I was getting to that.
Oh.
So they made me go to the bathroom before the airplane, and they came into the stall with me, the woman. And I was
one woman and one man?
Yeah, so the woman came with me.
Okay.
And she was like, I had to go to the bathroom. I wasn't just going urine.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I'm sorry, I have to. And I'm like, where am I going to go?
Yeah.
Like, you're right here. You have to come into the stall with me? This is crazy. Where am I going? She was like, oh, you'd be surprised.
I was going to say.
You'd be surprised, she said.
I've seen it all.
And then we went on the plane, and there was a plane full of people, and I had to walk through all those people, and they all were looking at me, and I was so horrified. And I sat down in the very last row with the 2 people, and there was this old lady. She was right in front of us. She was a Christian. She turned around and she was like, I know this probably isn't allowed, but can I just say something to her? And she said something to me about, like, you know, I don't remember, something about God having a plan, I'm sure, and blah, blah, blah. And then she tried to give me a crucifix. And I was like, I was really moved by it. And then the lady was like, I'm sorry, she can't have it. Mm-hmm. And then the lady, she talked to me for a long time. She was so beautiful. I still remember what she looked like. She, you know, she was so clean, so pretty, you know, together, accomplished, you know, she had a career. And I just, you know, obviously I felt so insignificant sitting next to her. But she really just encouraged me, and she talked to me like I could accomplish anything too, you know? And I remember she had this big diamond ring on her finger, and she was engaged to this cop. And I was like, you're so lucky, you know, like, you know, whatever I said. And she said, you know, one day it will happen for you. If you really want that in your life, it can happen. And I was like, that's never going to happen. I said, look at me. She was like, yeah, look at you right now. She was like, but I know that you are a beautiful girl. She said, I see your pictures from before. She said, you know.
How awesome is that lady?
I know. I wish I knew her name. I did contact my lawyer like 2 years ago. And I told him, you know, I'm married to a police officer now. I have a nonprofit. I'm totally sober. I have a great life. And he was just like, wow, thank you. But I wish I could get her. I don't remember anything about her besides like what she said and what she looked like, but I don't know her name or nothing. And that's why I told Jason, I'm always like, you never know who you're going to impact. I said, and you really have to take that seriously when you're transporting those people who are so hopeless and who just really think that no one can see them for anything other than the current position. I said, I'll never forget that woman, ever.
Wow.
And how she really encouraged me, and how everything she said actually came true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember in that moment being like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's never going to be me.
And look at you now.